Thank you for joining me for yet another unboxing video, and today we have more RPG goodness. This time it's Holler, an Appalachian Apocalypse, Map Pack 2, Requisition Yard, and Wooded Valley, to be used with the Savage Worlds RPG. So there you go, Savage Worlds Adventure Edition. Again, Holler, it's Map Pack, Requisition Yard, and Wooden Valley. So let's flip this to the back and see what this is all about. Of course, the price of it is $14.99. This pack contains one large double-sided poster map, 30 by 24, marked with a 1-inch grid, ideal for use with the miniatures or with our Holler pawns. This map features a requisition yard and a wooded valley for use with the Holler and Appalachian Apocalypse setting. Holler maps are perfect for Savage Worlds. These heavy stock, dry and wet erase combat maps feature some of the most useful locations for your campaign. Of course, this map is for use with the Holler and Savage Worlds role-playing game, brought to you in 2022 by Pinnacle Entertainment Group. There you go. The barcode for it. So let's crack this bad boy open and see what kind of goodness we have inside. Of course, I'm someone who collects a lot of maps, and I always keep the dust jacket. This way, when you put this on here, you know exactly what you can use for, what it's all about. And I always just, some people I know just throw these out. I'm one of those guys that never throws them out, always keeps them. Now, again, whenever you have these kind of maps, they're always a little, as you hear, you got that little bit of a crinkly sound, so you gotta bend them up just a little bit so they always lie nice and flat on your table. You just have to do that, because if you don't, again, they pop up and everything else. But once they're kind of, I like to say, once they're cracked, they always seem to work out just perfectly for what you're trying to do. Let me just bend those up real quick so we can, when we have to lay them flat, we can. Okay, so let's start off by showing you the first section, which is the looks like this is going to be the requisition yard. Yep, requisition yard. So let's start on the bottom here with this. Again, I love the fact you got the barbed wire fence going around it. That's very cool. Got lots of space to put your figures in down here. Again, that's difficult or impassable terrain, so you know that if you're going to go over barbed wire, you're going to try to clip through it, or going to try to climb over it. You know your characters are going to take some damage by doing that. You can get hung up on the barbed wire. Again, climb up there. All right. Looks like a bunch of toxic materials possibly in there with the green. It doesn't have to be, but again, it's up to you how you're going to use these things. There you go. You got a shotgun, it looks like. You got some other kinds of weapons in there. You got a couple of, looks like a little bit of food, or maybe it looks like shells actually for a shotgun. Very, very cool. Find some ammo. That's cool. Another large shotgun right there. All right. Open up to the next section, and then we'll show you the full map itself. Of course, we've got all these tires over here. Looks like this is the entrance to the actual site. Got metal stockpile here. Bunch of junk. Obviously, that's going to be impassable terrain. Obviously, if you're coming in through here, you're going to shoot or something like that. Obviously, it's going to give you all kinds of cover in defense. Got an outhouse over here, which is cool. And then we'll move over here, take a look at the last section. You got your rusted up cars. This is like an assault on a home base. This is pretty cool. I like this. And you got some beds here. I like the fact how spread out this is. It's really high detailed. I really digging these maps. Again, this is Map Pack 2. I already did an unboxing video for Map Pack 1. So hopefully you'll check that out as well. Again, a little smaller entrance where you can't really bring a vehicle through here. Well, you probably could fit it through there. The other side definitely couldn't, this over here, you could definitely bring a truck through here. It's a huge opening. This one looks like more for cars or for people to come in and out. All right, so let's unfold that map completely so you get an idea of the whole map, how it looks laid out on the ground. There you have it. It's a really, really cool map. I gotta say that, really, really cool. So now, again, I always show, whenever I show you a map like this, I could always kind of throw some things out there just to kind of throw some 3D items on there so you can kind of get a feeling for what the map looks like. So if I take a, let's just say we have a statue, we can throw a statue out here somewhere and put that out there if you want to put that there. You got a nice, you got a 3D barrel, throw a barrel over here. If you want to throw a car, you could throw a car into here. You could do that right in that space over there if you want to. The car is, again, going to give you that, it's going to be a little bigger than what they have here. You just have to adjust that. So a car like that obviously could not make it through that space there, but the space that's down here would be able to fit through no problem. Again, these cars are to scale to a 28mm figure. I'll just put one there so you can see size represent, you know, so it fits. Now the base on this one's like a 30mm base, so it's an oversized base. So you can see that they're not going to fit completely into the square itself. But you put that figure there, it kind of gives you a feeling as to scale wise. Again, this is a standee from Starfinder, so you could use that one and put that over here just so you get, again, these are just size ideas of what you're going to look at. Again, a smaller barrel, you can throw a smaller barrel over here. Again, the way you design your map is up to you. Also, you want to throw a crate over here somewhere, throw a crate in the background. There's a crate for you. Just throw a crate back there somewhere. You have to go investigate. So as you can tell, it really, or if you're using just a regular game pawn, you don't have to use a standee, you don't have to use figures, just use a regular pawn. It looks great too. So as you can tell, these maps really, and if you want to use something a little funky, now this is a different size base, obviously. This is not for an RPG game. This is just something, one of my kids have a toy that has this in it. But if I put that down, again, it doesn't look bad on the board. Again, if you want to use unpainted figures, we can throw a couple of those guys too down as well. These are Warhammer figures, so you can, with the bases, you can tell they're usually a little bit more heroic size, but there you go. These guys are attacking. You know they're going to attack the heroes. There you have it. All right, I'll pull him off real quick. But there you go. It looks really, really awesome with the 3D terrain added into it. It really gives you that feel of the of a requisition yard, or you know, somewhere that you're going. Again, it's recommended that this map is used for Savage Worlds, Holler, RPG. Do you have to use it for this? Of course not. You could use it for Starfinder. You could use it for Aliens, the RPG. You could use it for Blade Runner. You could use it for any type of setting that you want to use it for. Of course, it's more of a modern setting because you can see the cars and stuff like that. But again, it's you can use it for anything. The car, all the figures and the terrain pieces obviously are not included when purchasing of this map for obvious reasons. Okay. So again, you're just purchasing the map, not all the figures or all the terrain that has been shown here. That's just for demonstration purposes only. So I'm gonna move that stuff off there real quick. And then we can roll back into taking a look at the other side of the map. Oop. Sorry about that, didn't mean to hit the camera. That happens sometimes. All right, let's flip this map over. And now we're gonna go to the Wooded Valley. Wooded Valley. So we're going to start on the bottom like we normally do. Again, the direction of the map is totally up to you. What you consider the top or the bottom is totally up to you, honestly. Some kind of weird trees there. That's kind of weird. It's kind of cool though. I like that. Now, I do not have the beginner set yet of the Holler RPG system by Savage Worlds because I don't play Savage Worlds. But when I saw this map, I was really intrigued by it. I was like, this looks really, really cool. And now that I'm looking through these maps, I'm like, maybe I'll get the base set and check out the rule system for Savage Worlds. I've never played Savage Worlds RPG ever. It looks like it could be really, really cool. So it looks like it might be a theme that I really could get into. Again, both these map sets, I keep saying to myself when I'm looking at this, specifically the game I'm thinking about using these maps for, would be for my The Walking Dead All Out War. This is definitely the kind of map setting that would be perfect for that game. You use this in a scenario or whatever it would be. And that's a really good looking map. There you have it. So pop this open again. Trip this. Just go in that direction. Make the turn so you get the idea. I like the fact in these maps there's a lot of open area. A lot of open area where you can put figures down, move stuff around for combat purposes, looking at your different terrain types that are here. You know, there's obviously a hole there, guy can fall into it, guy can climb out of it. But the fact is that it's very, very wide open and gives you a lot of room to breathe as a character, to move around in the open spaces. Obviously become an easier target, but when you move into the tree area, you know, difficult terrain, unpassable terrain. These are all these things that you want to look for in a game map when you're picking it up. Again, the dry erase, you can put markings on the map and obviously it erases right away. So we're just going to put this here like this, okay? Just again, I'm just going to throw a couple things. Let's just say there's a statue out here. Just say there's a statue out here. Like that. Okay, see there's a wizard walking through there. Again, it's an oversized base, but you can kind of get the general gist of what's going on. A standee from Starfinder, we'll put them on top of that little, looks like a real rope bridge. Again, if you're using a regular pawn from a regular, you know, like a Parcheesi type game, you know, a game token, you put it out there, use it as a figure. You don't have to invest in figures. You don't have to invest in standees. You know, just have regular pawns walking along. That's my guy, you know what I mean? If you want, you could take this. There's a chest out here that was left behind by some adventurers. Leave it there, put it over there. You know, maybe there's a barrel over here. There's a barrel up there. Another barrel over here that you found. Supplies, whatever. And you have some gaunts that are attacking across the water. You're coming onto their land, so they're going to be attacking you, the characters. The night gaunts. You know, they're attacking the caravan of characters. But again, the figures pop. The map is beautiful, high quality, durable, all those things that you want in a map. And like I said, you add just a couple of 3D terrain into it, it just makes it pop even more. And of course, if you're, again, I'm not necessarily the best painter on the planet, but again, I always use a combination of unpainted, painted, and standees. You know, I try to keep figures with figures, but I'm using the standees because again, standees are a great way to be a little more cost effective. Purchasing a figure and having to paint it can really go up and become very, very expensive, as you guys know. So again, I'm just showing you different variations of stuff that you can put on here to make your board pop even that much more. All right, but again, all the figures and everything I'm showing you here today on the map are not included in the purchase of this product. These are just for example purposes only. So pull those off real quick. Again, and there you have it. That's everything that's included in this unboxing of Holler and Appalachian Apocalypse Map Pack 2, Requisition Yard, and Wooden Valley, used with the Savage Worlds RPG. As always, thank you so much for joining us. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, you can always give us a thumbs up and leave a comment below. Also, you could always hit that subscribe button. This way you're kept up to date as to any time we release new content to the page. As always, thank you so much for joining us. Be safe, be well, enjoy the remainder of your day, and we'll catch you on the next unboxing video.